Hey everybody, no spoilers, but I don't die right here. This is what you don't do in leagues. Um, there's going to be several things that happen in a video. Most of this video is designed to be listened to, not necessarily watched. But I will come back with my normal content, and yeah, we'll see about that. But the one thing I wanted to say before we get into too much is every time you hear us say, "In my opinion," or "This is what we think," you should take a drink. And I just got hit for a 47. Wow, this is why you don't, use an MSB against an Iron Dragon. Anyways, no spoilers, but enjoy the video. Let me know how you like it. Dislike the video if you do what you want to do. Any feedback is appreciable. This is my leagues account, and I'm about to unlock my second unlock and areas. And I know some people are like, "Don't do Asgarnia," but there's some reasons why I'm doing this, and I'm gonna go grab my pick and some other stuff. So 33k, and then I'm gonna do gem rocks. So this is what I've chosen to do. This is my path. So unlock. I think I'm gonna do Mort for the second one. Oh, it has a cool animation. Cool. It's really cool. I'm glad I'm recording this. I haven't seen the animation like zoomed in. So I have unlocked Falador basically Asgardia. In Asgardia, and this is just a sneak peek. There's a reason why I did that, but I'm going to show some of the older content that I have in my hardcore. Well, we'll just say Iron Man. Thanks out to Shadow Temple for giving me prop in the CC. And here's my levels, what they are resting at. So, I'm doing leagues. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. It'll make more sense at the end of the video. And yeah, I'm going to show some pictures of the content I had and just do some voiceover. I have a special chance to interview Alice 130, and I know them kind of in real life, so that's cool. So I'm gonna introduce Alice 130. Hey, how you doing, Alice?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Okay, so we're here to talk about leagues. And kind of, if you haven't done leagues before, what are relics, what paths, what are some of the meta kind of awesomeness. I've done a little bit of leagues playing myself, but you have two accounts. So first, what's your number one kind of, this is what you need to think about before you do leagues?
Try to focus what you want to do in the end. What kind of gear do you want to get? That's going to determine on what areas you get, what relics you get. So stuff like that. So,
Okay.
So like where you want to be.
Right. So basically have a plan before you start, and hopefully by the end of this video, you can see exactly what that plan looks like for someone that has done numerous accounts and kind of like, hey, you want this relic. If you're going to do this relic, it's not wrong, but you want to choose this area because it pairs well. There's a lot going on. The biggest thing is to have fun and have a reason for what you're picking. But there's no wrong answers. There's a few that are less right depending on your play style. Is that kind of a good assumption?
Right. So I heard this once before, and the guy said the best XP in game is not XP per hour. It's XP having fun.
Ooh,
so
that's good.
If you're using a black dagger, for instance, like Ace was the other night, he was having a ball with the melee relic, yep, which is in tier 3. And like he was just so excited because it was such a fast attack speed. He was jumping for joy. That to me is what you want to be. You're playing a game. You're not playing a game to have it for a job. You're doing it to have fun. So like if it tickles your fancy, so to speak, to use a black dagger, yeah, there's other better weapons, but like if you don't got one or don't have the coin, don't feel bad. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. So
right. So that's I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people I've seen that like trash you for getting one relic or whatever. So what's the first choice you have to make in the game is what relic do you want? The tier 1 relics, the first one and the one I chose is Endless Harvest. Now, there's different people that were saying, you shouldn't have gone Endless Harvest, you should have gone Skilling Prodigy, you should have gone blah blah. So I'm going to tell you why I did Endless Harvest, and it does have some mid to late game, like, awesome reasons, but it's probably not the best if you're not going to play very long and if you don't have another relic combined with it. So we're going to walk you down top. If you look at the relics, which you can't see because I don't have that in there, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty easy. So what Endless Harvest does is it allows you to automatically bank anything you mine, woodcut, or fish. So those 3 skills. And it gives you 2 things at once. So if you're chopping a tree, it gives you 2 of the logs from that tree. If you're mining an ore, it gives you 2 ores from that thing. Gem rocks, 2 gems from that thing, and it goes straight to your bank. Now there's a way that you can manipulate it to make it so it goes, oh yeah, let me read it off, sorry. Resources gathered from fishing, woodcutting are multiplied by 2x. All resources gathered by the relic are sent directly to your bank. If you do not have space, they will be placed in your inventory. So, and this is something that Alice was telling me the other day about, like, just note it. Like, if you need logs and you want to fletch them, just note it and fill your bank spaces. And I can show you that later if there's questions. If you have comments, whatever, you can, I'm not on right now, but I'm on a lot. So just PM me or whatever. There's other videos out there. But tip, if you fill up your bank with fillers, the resources will go directly to your inventory. That wasn't there the first day. That's kind of cool. So I'm looking out to the tier 5, which is the Infernal Gathering, which it pairs so nice because when you mine an ore, it automatically smiths that ore into the bar without using coal and puts the bar in your bank. So, but that's why I chose Endless Harvest. I'm done talking about my tier 1 relic. It's not the best. You did Skilling Prodigy. Neither of us has Production Master, right?
Right.
So why don't you talk about Production Master, because you probably know more about it.
So Production Master, basically, so you got like things like fletching, smithing, stuff like that in the game, obviously. Cooking, it does cooking. So anything that has an action, like, so if you're trying to cut all your gems or fletch a whole inventory of bows, or for instance, cooking food, stuff like that. For instance, this is where I almost chose this one for this reason alone. So if you're doing cannonballs, right?
Yeah.
Which take a frick load of time to smith.
Good catch.
So, like, it would instantly complete that whole inventory of cannonballs.
Right.
And, like, that would just be beautiful to me.
So, again, think about what is your game style. So there's definite, like, it's not wrong. If that interests you, there's definitely connotations that take you all the way through the game. So I'm not going to rate these because I feel that that's a bad way of doing things. But let's go into Skilling Prodigy, which is probably the strongest early game you can get. Right. Why did you get Skilling Prodigy?
So Skilling Prodigy, which is the relic I did choose for my account, and I love it. So every skill that is not combat, excluding attack, strength, defense, range, prayer, and magic, gets boosted 12 levels, right? So that means, like, when I was up at God Wars earlier, right? When I would go through the stuff where it takes away your stats, the snow.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, Bob was, like, worried that I wouldn't be able to attack the spiritual majors to get KC for Sara.
Because
right?
it drains I thought it would drain your Slayer down,
right? Right. Well, in the finer points of the relic, I did notice this, but I didn't know if it would be affected by the snow.
Right.
It says all combat skills are permanently boosted by 12.
Permanently boosted.
Right. So, and that that goes up every time you level the skill. Like
Right.
I have 99 hunter, so I'm boosted up to 111 hunter
Permanently.
permanently.
That doesn't really give you any advantage to hunter, but think
No.
about other things that could do. Again, it's really good playstyle. Give me 3 awesome strategy you used early game. Let's focus on early game
Right.
for production master. Because if I don't
Or
have,
not
let's say I'm
production
working
master,
40
but-
hours, I've got a wife and kids, whatever, and I still play RuneScape. That's probably the strongest relic to get, right?
Right.
So 3 things that you like about it. Early game.
So, like Bob and I started close to the same, and Ace was in there too. They both
Yeah, shout
had-
out to Ace.
Yeah.
Hey, you made it in the video, buddy.
But like there was a couple things that I could do way quicker than them, right? Just because I could start doing the higher level content. So being able to do that was really nice. Especially getting into Slayer, right? So I can already kill, Abbey demons, spiritual mages from my dragon boots. Early game, it's really nice because you don't have to do a lot of bronze bars to get the slower XP stuff out of the way.
So that'd be 1. So it's gonna get
Right.
you. It's gonna jump you through the skills you don't want to trade. Like think about low level rune crafting, low level fishing. You can go straight to tunas, all that kind of stuff. So the second reason. So even okay, let's focus on the mid game. What's your second point for mid game, as far as with skilling prodigy?
So mid game, I was going for my MSB, right?
Magic
Which-
shortbow.
Is freaking amazing. I have the ranged relic, spoiler.
Spoiler. Ah.
But so like I wanted my MSB to do some training, and that requires 80 frickin' fletching to get.
How many hours was that just to get not to your level, but to actually make the bow? How many hours roughly?
Ooh, I don't know. It gotta have been at least 4 or 5
Okay.
good solid hours.
As a flip to that, because it's at 80, you need 80 fletching, right, for this one. Mine with Endless Harvest, yeah, I could cut the logs twice as fast in the bank, but it took me 9 hours of grinding that. So that halved the time, because he didn't have to get
12 levels.
12 levels.
Right.
So boom, he has a magic short bow. He can rush Slayer faster and get drop. It's okay. So I think that's okay for mid game. Is there anything else you want to talk about mid game?
Mid game, it really helped me out with thieving as well. So
yeah.
I could I started doing Arty Nights. I was only at like 43 doing Arty Nights, and like it was like 2 times pickpocketing the Arty Night. I went to another level, and being able to level up really quick for those 12 because technically
You're gonna rush points.
So I got really high, and then now that I technically do have enough to pick them, I already have 85, so I'm almost to the point
Where you're
with
not
boost
failing. Yeah.
where I'm not failing. So
That's
it's
awesome.
extra experience that way.
And that means extra experience, yeah. But I know because on the other main game, like
Right.
if you have low thieving, it's really difficult and it's slow. You can't
Right.
make money. Think about the money you're losing by
Right.
just not having that boost. So again, I chose Endless Harvest. I will talk about that later. Okay, so how do you see it? Because you're basically close to endgame, if not endgame, with the skilling leagues already.
Right.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the 52 hours you stayed up for the hunter grind. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's
But-
a whole other story.
But
yeah.
what do you see it being strong late game? Talk about a strategy. Third point.
So late game, like I got my herb lore faster that way, because so that's pretty hard to get usually on an Iron Man.
Right.
And that's something that saved me a lot of time. So I could start doing hard potions, stuff like that. So that's getting me into being able to do sorrow brews. That's getting me able to do
Super
super
restores for
so I
bossing.
can stay up at the bosses longer, or at least make sure I get 1 kill before I have to leave. And
Right.
mind you, I don't have the Crystal of Memories, which is the
We're gonna get into that.
the
Because
other
we
one.
haven't talked
So
about
I
that
can't
yet.
get back to the boss room. So I have to get 40 KC every time I go up there, and Sara's real pain to get 40 KC.
It's slower, yeah.
So, like, for me, staying in the boss room longer is going to be a really big thing. So, like, getting those Sara brews, getting that kind of stuff, and doing that kind of thing. So then I can make my range potions earlier.
Right.
And then the other cool thing, like we noticed when I did go up to Sara, I don't have to worry about any of my other skills. It's just my combats that I have to worry about.
Right.
So, like, I don't have to worry about can I attack this spiritual major. So that's kind of nice. But, I mean, it is going to have a cap, and I'm almost hitting that on a few skills because I don't have... There's not, like, higher Slayer monsters yet to get.
Right.
And, so that's one of the things, I guess.
That makes sense. And well, if everybody likes this video, that you don't have to like it. If I get a lot of views on this video and there's questions or we're getting a lot of questions, let me know. PM me them. I'll take screenshots. We'll do like a thing because we're coming at this from two sides of a triangle, and so let's talk about the second relic, which is basically around teleports.
Right.
Of different kinds. And please don't mess up on that one because I'm looking at your screen. So, what did you do on your first account? And then we saw that the one relic was a lot stronger because we read it to, not from. And which one has the least versatility in your opinion? Put it that way.
Oh, you're talking second tier?
Second tier, yep.
Okay, so you got Fairy's Flight, right? Which is a equipable item in your shield slot, right? And it will teleport you to any fairy ring, right? Which is okay. I think this is an okay relic if you're going to be going certain places. But you got to remember, you only have so many areas to unlock, and there's only so many fairy rings.
Right.
So it's like, okay, am I going to be using this many fairy rings a lot? Like, getting to Daenerys, that would be pretty cool, easily. But, like, I think it's going to have a cap. And
Right.
that's why a lot of people really stayed away from it. But, I mean, there is a time and place. It's just depending on what you would do. And it was just not for me.
Right.
But,
So that the first one called Fairy's Flight,
Right.
I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, that would be kind of the weaker of the two, because
Right.
the second one, if you're going to choose that one, you might as well choose the second one, which is called Eternal Jeweler, and that's the one that you and I both picked the
Right.
first time. You tried
Right.
the third one, but so I'm going to talk a little about like Endless Jeweler. So what that does, or Eternal Jewelry, I'm sorry. So
Right.
what Eternal Jewelry does is once you get it, you go to a bank, you unlock the relic, and it gives you jewelry. It gives you it.
Right.
It's kind of like an Eternal Glory where the charges never run out. Okay.
Right.
So you basically just put it's a skills necklace, a ring of dueling.
A ring that will take you right to Lumbridge.
Oh yes, a ring of wealth, and that puts coins in your inventory too.
Oh, yeah, Ring of Wealth. Yep.
So that one, everybody knows that's gonna cool. You look at the stuff of the where it can teleport you. It's pretty self-explanatory after that. So why that is better, in my opinion, of course, it's all opinion based. I need to stop just saying it. It's obviously our opinion. If you got this far into the video, thank you, and you realize that it's either is or is not for you. But yeah, if you disagree with what I'm saying, put it in the comments below. Honestly, but so if you were gonna choose the first one, and for the fairy rings, you could go to the Grand Exchange with the ring of
Wealth. Right.
wealth,
With
and
the
the fairy
tea
rings
tower.
right there.
Right.
So it's kind of like 6 of one.
Half
you
a
know.
dozen of the other.
Right. So talk about Relic 3 and how overpowered it is. And right now it's kind of up in the air whether they're going to nerf it. You do have it on a second account.
Right.
Talking about the struggles with it.
Right.
And very frustrating sometimes, but super overpowered. Okay, go
Right.
for it.
So, the third one, which is the last recall, it's called, right?
Right.
So upon accepting this relic, you receive a crystal of memories, which will be used to teleport you back to the location where you most recently teleported occurred, right?
From. Not
But
to.
they just say occurred, but it's definitely from, right?
It's not to.
So, things that affect it are home teleports that you have for free. So, mind you, I don't have teleport jewelry on my second account. So, like, I'm missing my internal jeweler right now. Because, like, with that, I could have unlimited teleports and then teleport back. But that's not a thing because they're in the same tier, right?
Right.
So, like getting stuff to teleport with is really hard, right? So you see a lot of people that went with these kinds of accounts that went with that relic for their second tier, go get their arty cloak 1 for they have a monastery teleport which is free prayer, and you'll see this a lot through the game. It's OP if you have like say prayer armor, you can pray through a kill, tele with your cloak to the altar, get your prayer points back, click back on your teleport crystal, and it's just a one-click tele, and it says teleport back. So you click on that, and it will take you to the exact square that you teleported from, right?
From, not to.
Right.
And why I'm stressing that
from.
is because we thought it was 2. So what we thought it did, and of course this is not the case. This is why we chose Eternal Jewelry, because at that time it was hands down. And again, if you don't have a lot of time to play, Eternal Jewelry is not a bad way to go, because early game it unlocks so much super quick. You don't have to walk around. Now you have unlimited run. All you have unlimited doesn't. Everybody has unlimited run, no matter what you pick.
Right.
So running isn't as bad as it is in the main game, but it is something to consider. So Relic 2 Eternal Jewelry is a strong one. It's debatable, like right now, whether Relic 3 is stronger, but it has awesome abilities. Like think about doing pure essence and to making runes.
Right. So, like one thing that I have done with it is like everybody else did is go for, trying to get some rune crafting and stuff. But we'll just take, for instance, I misclick and I click my other teleport and it teleports me back. So then I have to run clear back to the altar. Mind you, I have no teleports even close to the altar. So I'm running from the monastery clear west and then a little bit south to get back to ZMI. And like that's a real pain. Because like the other teleports I have are the only ones I've unlocked are Arty Cloak 1, the Royal Seed Pod from just having Kandarin unlocked. So stuff like that. Those are my 2 teleport methods, and then I have obviously normal teleports with law runes and magic, right? So you still got Varrock and stuff like that, which is fine. But what I've ran into some problems with it, like it's okay for the rune crafting, like it's pretty OP, but they're talking about nerfing it because it's too overpowered for things.
Right.
Like people are going back into side of the boss rooms and crazy
Right.
stuff like that. But the problem is if you misclick or you accidentally use a fairy ring for one instance, right? That is considered a teleport, so it will recall you to that fairy ring, which it can be useful. But like when I was doing some quests earlier, it was really hindering me in many ways.
Right.
There was another one where I used the spirit tree, which is considered a teleport by this crystal.
So it resets it.
It reset it too, so I showed up at the spirit tree and not back where I wanted to be, where I left my quest at.
Right.
So it really, you really got to think about what you got to do. So one of the ways I was getting around was, so I, especially early game, I had no magic experience, so I couldn't even use teleports with magic, with your law runes and
Oh,
fires and stuff.
did you get a level?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just got 70 strength. Funny.
Nice.
Just doing some barb fishing here.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I post the next video and we can do real time stuff.
Right.
And show stuff. Because stay tuned for the second part of this video or whatever. I know this one's really long and you're not really seeing anything. If you do want to see stuff, tell us what you want to see. Like God Wars content, we're both going to be up there. It's going to take me a little bit longer. But, so we talked, I think we beat that horse to death. It's the second tier is teleports. Think about what teleports. So your third tier is combat, right? And this is what I told someone, because there's I'm in a different bunch of CCs, people comparing their relics to each other. The third one doesn't matter as much.
Right.
Yes, melee is probably the best all around because it has more skills.
There's more content for melee right now.
Late game, it's super strong.
Game. Right.
But it's what you want to do.
Right. If you don't like melee, you don't choose melee.
Yeah, it's what you want to do. The right choice for Relic 3 is how you want to play. Is what form of combat you want to do. That is the right for you.
That kind of goes back to the Black Dagger deal with Ace. It's whatever makes you happy.
Yep.
Right? It's not based on experience and points and stuff. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun. So if you don't enjoy, say, doing magic, well, don't choose the magic one. Or if you love doing magic, choose the magic one.
Right.
There's a lot of blame going around, magic's the worst relic you can get.
Which it is, technically.
Technically. Right. But,
we're joking.
You can make it more fun for you.
Right.
So,
now you want to be strategic.
It's not a wrong choice.
Right. Sorry to jump in. You want to be strategic because now let's circle back and talk about what areas you're going to unlock.
Right.
So melee, you're taking a drink, so I'll keep talking. So with range, you want to think about, don't choose Tuaran for a blowpipe, but that's something that pairs well. If you go magic, you want to think about doing desert for ancients. You know.
Right.
So what places did you choose, which are basically the same with mine, because we beat the horse again to death.
So many times, yeah.
Right. So what places do you choose?
So I chose Kandarin first. I chose Asgarnia second, and I'm gonna go Mortania third.
Right. And I'm gonna do the same exact thing for slightly different reasons. But I thought about going Mortania second. I didn't choose that. But that is a very nice thing to do if you're melee.
Right.
But read through the things. That's not a choice you have to make at first. You're going to play enough. Once you have to make... It's going to make you choose Misthalin. And Misthalin is like Lumbridge and Valar for people who don't know what Misthalin is. And then Karamja are both free. Everybody gets them.
Right.
So your first choice, you're going to be playing a few hours before you get... Well, if you're us, you're going to be playing an hour and then unlock it.
Right. Some other people less than that. If you're Wook, say it was probably 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's
just it auto-completes for me.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Guy's insane, though.
Yeah, for sure. But you're going to... So think about where you want to do and what content you want to do. If you choose the desert and you don't like doing mage training arena, you made a bad choice. You probably shouldn't go magic then.
Because you got to look at... That's one thing you need to do. So before you unlock your first area, look at the tasks that come with that area. So, we were really wanting to go Mortania to get Braavos equipment, right? Which would be freaking insane.
Right.
But I was afraid to get stuck there because a lot of the points come from TOB and Sepulcher
Nightmare
and
of Vashahama.
Nightmare of Vashahama.
Right.
There's only 300 point tasks. There might be more that come from doing Braavos, and one is doing your first chest. Another is completing your first full outfit, and then the third one is having every piece of Braavos. Right. So it's not focused around bars. It's focused around getting drops from TOB.
Think end game content.
Right. Real late end game stuff. Now, what really sucks is that's the only place you can get your Black Mask and Slayer helm.
Right.
So, for my second
Gargoyles.
account,
You can't do gargoyles if you choose as Garnio.
right?
Okay.
So, for my second account, that's actually going to be his second choice, right?
Oh, you didn't tell me this.
Yes.
I'm learning this live, guys.
Right.
What is this?
So I have a theory on this.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Here we go.
I want to see if I can do it. Like, that was my fear with my main account being stuck there, right? But it's my second account is melee based. Okay, we'll get into that later. It's melee based, and it's gonna benefit a lot from having a Black Mass 15%. And I don't have to go to Nightmare Zone to buy the points and do all that stuff to get my range unlocked like I would with my main. So that's where going with melee, I think that's going to be my second choice. Plus, all the, what is it? Over half the bar's equipment's all melee. Like Gotham's, for instance, that's going to be huge for the melee relic. You're going to have DH. I want to see how that does. Imagine hitting hundreds with DH.
And it's twice the speed, slow
like
weapons.
bam, bam, bam.
Right.
So what you would do with the melee relic and DH, get down to low HP. This is for TZs, right, guys?
One hit.
TZs.
They can't even hit you. You flick your prayer up, melee, they can't even hit you.
And I have the relic, right?
Yep.
This is if it doesn't get nerfed. This is...
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. I have to get there first, and it takes me a lot longer to get anywhere with my second account. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Because it's kind of like going back to the quest, right? Like when I do a quest on my main account for the first time, I'm like, "Yep, it's done. I don't have to worry about it." And then when I work on it on my second account, I'm like, "Oh man, I already did this." Right? Well, that's the same kind of way with task, right? So, like, for the first time, I'm blowing through task. I'm getting the next area. I'm trying to get to my last area now, which is going to be Mortania on my main. But, like, my first account just unlocked his second area, which was Kandrin, spoiler alert. And the reason you want to go there for melee, this is my opinion, again, for Mauritania for melee, is the sole fact that you can do... If you don't want to train like early levels of melee, you can do waterfall quests. You got Vampire Slayer, I think, is included in that part.
Yes, I believe so.
So you got Vampire Slayer, both really good XP. Or no, Vampire Slayer is Misthalin.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have Vampire Slayer, but it has waterfall quests. It has training arena.
Yeah.
And not only that, it has the D-Skimmy, right?
Yep. For melee. Hang on. So the D-Scimitar, sorry about that. One of us phones just went off.
Right.
We're extremely professional here at the
totally.
The Bandos War Room.
Right. I have a plaque to prove it. Don't worry.
No, it's a lie. It's the truth. So talk about the D-Skimmy and your second account with melee.
So second account with melee and D-Skimmy, it's gonna be best in slot. Now, not end game, not right now, but right now for level 60 attack, best in slot for sure. Until I get 85 Slayer for a whip. Okay? But that comes into our tier 4 relics, and what I would say is the obvious choice to go with. There is a few people in game that chose the Treasure Seeker, which is tier 4, and what that does is instead of clue scrolls being dropped as just like a single item, and you can only have one of each clue in your bank and your inventory, they're dropped as a stackable scroll box. So you could have 20 of the same medium clue scrolls, right? And
let me
keep
stop.
on doing them.
Clue scrolls are awesome. If you like clue scrolls, great. You might get really frustrated with this content because it's almost positively gonna give you steps that are outside your region. There's workarounds with getting multiple steps and forcing them, but it's a lot more. It's not just super overpowered. But if you like clue scrolls, knock yourself out. But for points, let's talk about the one we chose.
Yes. So that is the unnatural selection, which is overpowered in my opinion.
Right.
And I love it to death. I use it a lot. So it when getting a Slayer task, you choose which task, and I'll get into why that's really funny. Which task you receive, right?
Right.
And so, like, that means you don't have to waste your points on tasks you don't want to do, right? So that means you can really focus on, saying, getting broad bolt fletching, which is my first unlock, which was freaking awesome. There's a few other things that you get a 1 in 25 chance of a superior creature spawning, so it increases the chances of them spawning now. But you have to unlock bigger and badder for that to happen, obviously.
Right.
It doesn't just automatically give you that just out of the blue. There is actually more superior creatures always drop a clue now off their drop table. So, like, if you needed a hard clue or whatever, depending on what superior creature it is, you're going to get one 100% of the time when you get 25 kills and get a superior. So that is why, like, having, they're like, well, treasure is better. Well, in my opinion, you already get, like, a small version of that. Plus, you can choose what task you get. So that's pretty overpowered.
If you're doing any kind of Slayer,
right,
there's only one option.
Right, if you're thinking about Slayer in any way. Because you don't want to do all those stupid little tasks, right?
Right.
Like, I didn't want to do Trolls, and I accidentally chose it. So I had to do it, obviously.
Because you can't, yeah.
Right? Because I'm not going to spend the 30 points to say no.
Nope.
Right? And so I busted my hump through that, and which is fine. I got through it,
Right.
But the real fun part is, getting that, doing what you want is huge. So,
Right.
like, for me,
just go on Wiki and read what they do, right? So, and then you can kind of be like, if I want this one, we're going to tell you exactly what what we picked and why we picked it. And the last tier 5, it's going to be a while. You're probably going to take a week, probably more to get there. If you're a normal player,
right.
probably 2-3 weeks, a month. So you have time, but you want to make that first decision as soon as you get in there. And it's what's your play style. Are you going to be playing 2 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 25 hours a day? Like, it really depends what you want to do. So let's talk. We talked about tier 1, which is like Skilling Prodigy, like early game, or you get taking a jump on it. You're talking about Production Master, which has connotations all throughout, so it's super strong. Like, and then Skilling Endless Harvest, which I chose. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about tier 5 or tier 4, which is Treasure Seeker or Unnatural Selection?
No, not really. I mean, it's really self-explanatory. Being able to choose your Slayer task is huge to me. I like doing Slayer. I love getting the Slayer XP. Plus, there's a lot of unlocks behind Slayer. So being able to choose what task I get to do, it lets me enjoy it more.
Right.
You can be more, efficient in Slayer XP, or get more coins.
Drops
right?
for coins. So once you have that, money is not an issue. It's just, oh wow, what was that? What was
73 on that little account.
Yeah, I need to actually start doing stuff. Okay, so any last words on tier 4?
No XP waste. You just do it.
You just do it. You just
even though we're doing a video, I'm no XP waste.
Yeah, so you're welcome. Please, actually, if you think we're talking too much, then again, why are you still watching the video? Go.
Right.
But yeah, if you haven't noticed that this is just a podcast with the Bando's Warm Room, and if you don't like this, if you think Leagues is stupid, downvote this video into oblivion. I'll never make another video. It's okay. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I want feedback. I want to get a discussion going. This is why we're doing it. We're doing it to try to, like, if you are, this is what you want to do. So we're talking about tier 5. I think we covered it good enough.
Yeah.
Or tier 4,
tier
sorry.
4, right.
Tier 5. Okay. I haven't unlocked tier 5 because I'm not a gamer, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just not
He's
there.
not hardcore. He's not hardcore.
You hurt me. It's too soon, bro.
He has a hardcore character, but he's not hardcore.
Well, we'll just say that we have both died
Yeah.
and we don't want to talk about
Yes.
it. So this is why we're doing leaks. So we're like
We just stay away from it now.
Yeah, we don't play RuneScape. We just we're not good at the game. We just play a lot.
Yes.
Emphasis on a lot.
Yes. So like being good at the game is like Wook's level, right?
Yeah.
Guy played like
This is a guide for the rest of us.
right. So like, you know, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm above all my buddies and stuff. You know.
And then you see
And then
Woots
I
on
looked at
stream
them.
with a bandage, full bandage, and a god sword.
Yeah, and I'm like,
First day.
How? I'm not even close to that content yet.
So
You
have
know.
fun with it. It's so much fun. The experience goes by super quick.
Right.
You know.
And you're gonna probably hate regular RuneScape when you get back. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is with this? I don't have my relics.
Yeah.
My attack speed is junk.
So this is a general PSA. When you come to League's World, if you do, leave all your. And I almost swore. I'm trying not to swear.
Yeah.
Thank you for not swearing. I know it's different.
Right.
But like, leave all of your emotional baggage in the main game because we don't need any more toxicity in the world. Period. But when
Right.
you come here, like, try to be nice. Talk to people. There's no bots in leagues. It's
Right.
stupid. There's no point to play leagues. But there's no point in playing RuneScape if you really think about it. Life is a... Oh, God, I'm not going
Life
that
is
way.
a mini game.
No one lives. Everybody dies.
Right.
Curtains. Like, spoilers. Wow, that got dark real quick.
It did get dark.
So let's talk. I haven't unlocked tier 5. I know what tier 5 I'm going to do. You have got a tier 5. It's
Right.
really overpowered. Why you choose the one you did? Why did you avoid the one we're not talking about? What one am I talking about? Which one did you do?
All right, so I went with Equilibrium, and I fought with myself night and day over this.
Black
because-
eyes. It was blood everywhere.
and my little cousin was here, and we're just talking about.
He's not
stuff.
here. You know what happened.
Right. You know, black curtains again. You know, right? So
They'll never find the body.
he's a good kid.
Was a good
But
kid.
you know, I was right. I was theory crafting with him and then explaining why why I was thinking it, and then I was like, wait a minute, you know what? Like rune crafting is gonna be a real pain for me, right?
Because of the relic.
Because I just have skilling prodigy. There's like I don't have endless harvest, so I could sit at the essence mine, right?
Right.
So I needed something to help me out with that because I struggle with rune crafting night and day. I'll struggle with it. So I was like, I need something to give me better experience doing monotonous skills, right?
I love that.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, what could I do? And, you know, so I was like, well, you know, I've heard tell. I wasn't sure if this was true, but they said it was based on the outcome of the stuff. So, like, they're saying, like, if you get 2 runes per essence, that you get XP per those 10% of your total is how equilibrium works. So
Right.
you would get an XP drop for each of those chances, right? I was like, that would be really huge. Like, you would get, like, 10k a craft. And, like, I was getting all excited about it. And I was like, I almost want that. And, you know, I was thinking Infernal there for a bit. And Bob will get into why
Yeah.
that in a minute. But
Because what
like,
I got is
so-
it's gonna blow your mind.
So,
3 skills
like,
are gonna be like, yeah. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm really
Right.
excited. Go ahead. Sorry.
So another one which was botanist, and I didn't realize it permanently boosted stuff. We'll get into that one a little bit later here.
but
too.
do you regret your decision?
No, not really.
Okay.
And the reason is because everything's so much quicker for me now. Now there is a few skills that I'm gonna have to really grind my little butt off for, and that is the downside to this relic.
Smithing
Is smithing
is challenging.
is a
Rune
few
crafting
things.
challenging.
There is a few things, but in the end, like basically it has been said, if you're trying to max the account, you want equilibrium because it's.
But if you're
more
only playing
XP.
for a couple hours a day, you might get into like myth or maybe adamant tier or something like that. I wouldn't go equilibrium. I'm gonna steal the show because I cannot wait to talk about what the choice I'm gonna make for tier 5.
Right.
I 99% sure.
Super strong. Super strong.
And it's because it goes back to my tier 1 relic. So my tier 1 relic, just I love
Just
talking
saying.
about this. This is the best part. So endless harvest, right? 2 things, 2x my resource straight to the bank for 3 skills.
Right.
So it's strong in those 3 skills, but I don't
Doesn't
have
help anything else.
anything else. So yeah, you'd be like, Bob, you messed up. You should have done blah blah blah. Blah. Yeah, you're right. Because like that's the difference. Alice went blasting past me, and you're like 200 what 300 total levels, and like you have more time. I'm not trying to take away, but like you're being much more efficient.
Right. I have
So if
16, 20 total
He's going for a
levels,
max cape.
Right.
Boom. So, but like, okay, here's why endless harvest is overpowered. So, again, fishing, woodcutting, and mining, right? Puts in the bank.
Don't forget, just because you get 2 experience, like a lot of people like, you get 2 times loot and stuff like that.
You get experience for both.
You get experience for both, which is insane.
Yeah.
So with Bob having twice loot and me with equilibrium, and I have I had a higher XP rate and stuff like
times multiplier, yeah.
that. Right, multiplier, and I have a higher total, so that helps me out with my equilibrium. He was still getting almost the same XP rates as
Think
I
about
was.
that. And he's higher skilling prodigy, higher level, has the higher tier level. I was still being somewhat, but in only those 3 skills.
Right.
So, and I need to unlock my tier 5 skill. Okay, let's just talk about. I'm just gonna say what the tier 5 skill is because I keep going around it. I'm not trying to be like whatever, but I'm super excited about it. Tier 5, infernal tools. So it gives you 3 tools. It gives you an infernal pick, an infernal axe, and an infernal harpoon. It you don't have to have the cooking level for the spear to catch the shark.
And cook it instantly. It's
The
not
shark-
going to burn it. It's
the
going to
shark,
cook it.
The shark cook instantly. I get 2 sharks, experience in fishing for both sharks. Puts the both sharks, in the bank. Cooked. And
Fully
gives me the cooking experience, even though my cooking level is 30.
And it's not pink in the middle. And you can eat it.
So that's like I have to do 20 minutes of shark fishing, and I have my food for days.
Yeah. Go out to God Wars with shark. Unlike this girl over here going to freaking Sarah with freaking.
We're not talking about it. So also, and you got mining. You need money. We're sponsored by the I don't have to run to the bank anymore.
Yes.
Because I can stand on the butt end of RuneScape and take one tick this teak tree and put the teak logs right back into my bank.
Right.
So that's 6 skills out of 23 or whatever.
Now, not only would that be huge, doing teaks,
Yeah.
right? So there's teak planks for your 99 construction.
Right. So that's why. But here's the money making, and this since you made it this far in the video, if you want to choose this, you're not wrong. You're gonna do what I do. I mean, I appreciate it, but make sure you thumb up. If you got any kind of, whatever about it, thumb it up. PM me in game. Say, hey, I saw your video. I think you're stupid. That'd be cool. Because then I know you watched the video.
Right.
But so. Thumb down though. If you don't like leagues, why are you not playing leagues? That's fine, But okay, so smithing. I smith an adamant ore.
Right.
I get 2 adamant ores. They get turned into bars instantaneously.
Right.
I get smithing experience for both bars.
Right.
They go straight in my bank.
And guess what? You don't need the 6 coal per freaking
I don't
ore.
even need the smithing level to make the bar.
Yep.
And I'm getting that. So, right now I'm behind. As soon as I unlock that tier 3, which might be another week for me, or tier 5, I'm going to get it. And I know it's not the strongest choice. I'm not even planning on maxing because I'm not playing as much. But, smithing, those 6 skills are set for me. I don't have to worry about fire making. I don't have to worry about woodcutting. And the thing with woodcutting is it's just you cut a tree, gives you 2 logs, they get burnt instantly, and to turn it, if you want to turn it off, I can,
You just put it in the bank.
You just put it in. Yeah, and I still have a rune pick, so I'm really looking forward to that crystal stuff, the rates. So that's why it is. So okay, we're talking about God Wars. You're talking about bolts.
Oh, one last thing for the pickaxe and the hatchet and the harpoon. It's the same tier as crystal, which
right.
we cannot get because we didn't.
Nobody else can get in the game.
Right, because to get crystal, you would have to go, Elven Lands, Fremennik, and Wilderness just to have the crystal stuff, right?
You can't get it.
And you can't get a crystal harpoon anywhere.
Yep.
So
and
you
then
would only
axe.
get a crystal axe and pickaxe.
So if for instance, someone else could have a mining cape on, I have the crystal thing, I'll probably get that gem or the ore.
Right.
And people
because
gotta
it's
be
20%
thinking,
faster than rune.
right. So it's worth it. That's why I'm doing it. I know that those 6 skills I'm gonna be super strong with. I'm not planning on maxing, so like agility and rune crafting and a few other ones can whatever. Oh! Now, if you have stopped driving your car and haven't, you on the screen right now is my lock. Oh, I forgot to talk about my money making with a thing. So,
Oh yes.
okay,
Yes. You gotta touch on that.
I mine iron ore, which I can get 2,000 iron ore in the bank within an hour. Right. All of those now with the infernal pick become steel bars. I smelt them into cannonballs. I buy a cannon. How do I fire a cannon? I'm glad you asked. I mine myth and addy.
Right.
Those get turned into bars. I go straight to Varrock or wherever your anvil is. We're sponsored by the Varrock anvil. I don't know if I am.
Right.
I am. So I go straight to that anvil and I make plates and I alcohol the plates. Right. That's gonna give me a fat stack of cash. Cash is no longer even a remote consideration. Right.
Right.
I buy the cannon, I put the cannonballs in the cannon, there is super fast Slayer experience. So now, that's just overpowered. I can't be touched in the mining and smithing arena, and I'm going to get the cape. That's the short version.
And not only that, that means you're going to be anti-crashing for yourself, because,
Yep.
who's going to try to crash you on a
No,
cannon?
there's no
they
way.
won't get loot.
And the joke's on them because I don't run out of cannonballs.
Exactly.
10 minutes and I can have another 5,000 cannonballs.
Right.
So I'll be like, I'm literally going to do a couple hours of that and have 100k cannonballs sitting in my inventory.
Right.
And be like, okay, I can just sit there. I don't even have to click around. I just got to fill the cannon.
Right.
And be doing more work than you, getting all that
Right.
combat experience, all that range experience. There's 99 range cape just like that.
Yep.
So on the screen, what you're seeing is like our secret money method, and we can release this to the general public. This has never been viewed before. As a courtesy of staying this long in the video, we thank you for your sponsorship. Brought to you by Varrock Sewers, yeah. The Varrock Forge anvils. On screen, you're seeing us killing, or I'm killing. This is older content. I'm killing Ogress warriors. Why are Ogress warriors so overpowered?
So OP. So
Early game.
early game, right? You need a little bit of cash and a little bit of armor, especially if you're going melee.
Yep.
Right. Now don't forget, Rune Full Helm is dropped by these guys, right? Which is huge.
Pretty consistent rate.
Because what do you need for range? You need defense. But there's not very many good range helmets. So you want a Rune Full Helm that has no negative range attack, which is freaking OP in my opinion, right? So not only that, they drop a rune med and they drop a rune battle axe, plus they drop a lot of runes, like regular runes. They drop some natures, fires, cosmic, and a few other ones, and they drop some gems too. So
You
that's
didn't say
cool.
about the rune battle axe, right?
Yes.
So it drops 3 rune items. There's your money sorted. You only have to be down here for a couple of tasks, and you could get these for a Slayer assignment and get Slayer experience.
Right.
Now I don't know what it looks like right now, but we're not the only ones that thought about this. But you get here, Karamja, as everybody has, lodestone teleport. Go to the charter ships, 680 coins, which you need.
Yep.
But you could go down here, I'm ranging them, but you could go down here with Fire Strike and get your early magic sorted.
Yep. It's huge. Very
But
huge.
and actually,
Get
a
that
shout
high
out, right? A shout out to Yef Talks, which was one of the other guys. Just be cool. If you tag something and you do some damage, just let that guy have that kill, get another one. You know,
Right.
there's 2 meleeers here, but early game. Look at my inventory right now. Look, I got 7K, and when you first start, 7K is huge. You see, I have that rune med helm. I have a myth kite.
Yes,
some
they
lip
drop
roots,
myth kites too,
all those
which is
gems. They drop all the gems, which is
Right.
crafting experience. That's why you have chisel. So 680 coins a chisel. Your range or magic. You know, you could do this at level 3 and cast
Yep.
airstrike on it if you wanted to.
Yep, that's what I started my magic. I had level 1 when I went in there.
And big bones. Big bones are huge,
Huge.
because
Look
early
at my
prayer.
prayer level. Like, now it's gotten boosted up. But I had 50 prayer before I left there.
Right.
Like, that's huge for an account, because that unlocks your protection prayers. And, like, my little account needs to go back there and get it, because he only has 22. You know, like, she's definitely slacking in that regard. You know? I don't know what the owner's thinking here. Got, like, 74 strength down, still at crabs. Like, what the hell? Let's get a move on.
Right.
But I'm definitely going back to with little account soon, because I need higher magic to cast high alchemy,
Right.
and stuff like that. It's really good
if you
for
need
early
yeah,
game.
if you need your 55, spend all your money except 680 coins. There's some grinds we did we're not proud of, but let's talk about what are your plans going forward. What are you doing right now? You can't see the screens that I can see. What are you
Right.
doing?
So right now I got little account over at crabs, just getting some strength levels, just getting it up to where it can start doing some activities in Slayer. My main account, right? So I was up at Sarah God Wars last night with freaking monkfish.
Oh my
right?
God.
And if
I'm not the only one that died, okay? Just I want to
if I
preface that.
had a little bit more better food in my inventory, I could have got a second kill with junk equipment.
Yep.
We'll just put it that way. So I'm going for shark, okay? And shark are really, really slow to fish. We all know this. So I want like 90 fishing, right? And I am at barbarian fishing, okay? Now this is the so you got barbarian fishing with equilibrium. Now this stacks perfectly, and this is why I say this in my opinion. So with
If you not to cut in again, but if we say in my opinion, you should have been drinking. I think I should put that in the beginning of the video.
Right.
If we say my opinion, because we're not trying to force you anything, we want you to have fun. We want you to get the most out of the experience. So, but if go ahead, sorry.
so barbarian fishing,
66 crafting.
nice.
Yeah!
Getting there, Bob. You're getting
That's
there.
my blues.
Yes. Oh, that's blue vamps. That's
Yeah.
gonna be. Oh, that's huge for you.
Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
So getting into barbarian fishing here with the equilibrium perk, which is my tier 5, right, is really good because okay, so every time I hit an XP drop, I get 10% in that skill of 10% of my total level in that skill. So for like right now I have 1622 total level, right? Barbarian fishing gives me agility experience and strength XP, right? Which I'm a ranger, right? So it's really hard for me to get melee stats. Like it's slow, a lot slower.
It's not hard. It's just we're used to such an incredible amount of experience.
Right, and it's just
it's
like
slower, yeah.
right. So like I was getting close to 175k in strength and agility because of my equilibrium perk are boosting those rates
Exponentially.
hugely,
Yep.
exponentially.
Yep.
Right. So that's really beautiful there. But and then I'm also getting really good fishing XP rates too because it's another 100.
It's a bonus on top of a bonus at 12x multiplier.
Right. Now it doesn't get 12x,
So
which is
see, I apologize for the viewers that are not seeing this right now. I'll try to come up with some clips. I'm mobile only, but Alice 130 is not. And what's your other accounts? Gwenpool 99.
right.
So
Gwenpool, yeah.
they I'm surrounded by like 3-4 screens and
Yeah.
like the whirring you can hear is like not the fan, because it's actually, there was snow on the ground yesterday here in Pennsylvania, but it's like I'm locked into what is that bunker called?
It's called the War Room.
It's called the War Room. Yeah. So,
It's simple as that.
so I'm looking at a huge 70-inch screen, 3 of them, and then like all this stuff going on. We got keyboards going on. We got, it's not it's a crazy setup. But like, why I interrupted again? Apologize. Tell me the experience that you're seeing just pop up.
So, the lowest fish, I'll see if it can pop up here again, is around 800 and about 200 for
Experience in fishing.
So there it goes. The littlest fish is 762 for me, and around 210 in both strength and agility. The second fish is 1,000 experience for fishing, and about 230. 234. There it goes. 234 for strength and agility. Now, when you get the big surgeons, the leaping surgeons, it's a 1,200 XP drop for fishing.
That's crazy.
And it's very close to 300 XP for strength and agility, which is huge, very, very huge.
It's it's crazy.
But so like why I'm doing this is I'm trying to get up to around 80 to 90 fishing, for I can get better rates getting my shark to go to God Wars again tonight.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
it's crazy. It's very fun. The thieving crafting is amazing. I have not had such good like conversations with different people. Thinking, you can see the way people's past are thinking. It's, if you like RuneScape, you should just try it. Try it for a day. But you're going to get hooked. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get hooked. If you like RuneScape at all, you're going to get hooked.
Just because the XP
it's like crack cocaine.
Yes.
You can't just do an hour of it. I was like, okay, I came on release because I wanted to be first day and get some content, and you see what happened. It's been like a week later, and
Right.
I the only thing I've done on my other account is literally buy battle staffs, done your dailies, like that kind of stuff. I've got not one experience in farming, and I'm a farmer. If anybody has seen this channel before or whatever,
That's all he does.
That's all I do is farmer.
That's all he does.
And I had anticipated this. It's amazing. You should check it out. If you like it, if you think this is something you would enjoy. There's no bots in Trailblazer. Like, what are your, okay, let's do another top 3 things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this? Because it's going to disappear in 70 days or like whatever, 54 more days. Why?
Because it's just the enjoyment, like getting to do content that I can't do with my main account.
Right.
Now, mind you, my main account is almost
maxed out.
It's max melee and stuff. I'm going for my max cape, but like there's a lot of content like Nightmare of Ashahama, TOB I've never done. Right. So with these relics, I want to go do it, learn how to do it, and then go back to the real game.
The real game. The main game. Yeah.
The main game.
Old school RuneScape.
And play it again. Do those with my main account, and then I can be more efficient. I'm not letting my team down. Like, I finally got a decent CC going here, and I got to go to Cox the other night.
Chambers of Xeric.
Yeah, Chambers of Xeric, and that was awesome, And like I died many times, and it kills your points when you die if you don't know. So like that really sucks when you're using, a good hour of everybody's time. You got, stuff that goes into it. You buy a lot of gear to go into there, and you can do it with less gear and stuff like that. But like if you don't have the experience is king, because there's a guy in the clan, he was in Void, right? Had like, less than 5 mil to his name, right? This guy got 40 to 50k points every time we went in, and you're talking me sitting over here with at least 100 mil of gear, and not even getting a 10k. If I was lucky, I got like 3k, So like it's definitely being there, done it. You know, like me and Bob, we've always been big in the God Wars dungeon, right? And especially Bando's room.
Bandos,
right?
yeah, Bandos.
And like I call myself a pro tank, and that's just because I've tanked so many Bandos.
We're
over
talking
years.
like, okay,
Many
we
thousands.
get many thousands, and like not just an old school, but we played RS2
Yep.
before EOC, right after EOC,
Right.
and so we're talking like total 20 between the two of us and numerous accounts,
Right.
like just kills in our name, because I'm not trying, but like
Right.
20-30,000 Bandos kills.
Oh, easily.
So
easily.
Like when we say that, like, and this is why we're here. It's the enjoyment of the game. We're not doing it because, like, I'm not gonna get I'm gonna get maybe 20 views on this video,
Right.
if you watch it. But I'm making this video because I've never seen the amount of interest in anything old school related, and I did Dead Men mode. I did the first leaks, whatever that was called, Twisted League.
Right.
This is so much better. The developers knocked it out of the park. It's that's why I'm playing. So, and 52 magic. So,
Nice.
anyways, continue with what you're saying.
So just like the enjoyment of it, like you know, coming from God Wars perspective, like everything's harder. Like they consider that like medium game now, mid game
Mid-game,
content.
right.
You know, like before that was end game stuff.
That's
right?
what you did to get there. Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, I'm like, well, I still want to go to God Wars. You know, I got a Slayer task for Avicides right now, actually. And, like, I wanted to go do Arma and stuff like that. And everybody's like, well, we're going to raid. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can go, but, you know, I'm just not that good at it. So I don't like letting my team down.
right.
And so, like, that's, like, if I can learn it a little bit here where it's not going to hurt nobody. Plus, I'm going to have...
There's so much. Everybody's focused.
Right.
There are a few people that are, kind of pains in the butts.
Right.
But for the most part, everybody says hi. You know,
Right.
you
Hi,
try to
hello.
let everybody. If you split rocks. You talk to other people. If you're cool, and this is the PSA. This is my PSA.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna come to here, like, help each other out. Like, your armaments, you can't, like, give each other stuff. But I'm talking about, like...
But you can share monsters, you can share...
Just be
mining
kind. Talk
rock.
to them. Be like, hey, what was your relic? What's your next grind? It's so cool. It's... I don't know.
I like theory crafting with people in game.
Yep.
Like, just, like, seeing how they think. Because that is the cool thing about being from, you know, so many different backgrounds as growing up. Like, talking to different people and getting inside their heads. I love to see how they think.
Right,
Because
yep.
I think totally different than anybody else.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So does Bob, so does everybody else.
Yeah.
But, like...
Especially
you
that
know,
Ace dude.
when-
He thinks way crazy.
Yes, he's pretty awesome. And then, you know, we got other people, too, that we talk to. And, like, when we sit down, we're all discussing what area we're going to pick next. And that's the thing I'm going to recommend to you guys.
Get one other people.
Get a couple people together with you know, kind of go through the same content for, like, say if you do get
And
stuck
then
there,
beat them. Beat them so bad
yeah,
that they quit
yeah.
playing.
You know, get your 47th ranked in Hunter, you know. But I didn't even know I was ranked in Hunter. I swear. I was just joking
So
around
what
with
is
it.
give me some instances in games where like it just made you like gave you a huge dopamine rush, interactions with other people, like tell me like
Oh, so one of them, I was just talking about it. So the Hunter thing. So I was going for, you know, other things with Hunter. I seen a freaking lucky impling first day. And I was like, you sons of guns! I really wanted to catch it because I've never seen one in my entire life of playing RuneScape, a lucky implant, right? And
Yeah.
so I looked up what it would take to catch one, and it's like 8,900 or 8,700 with a net,
right.
and like that's gonna be a low chance to get it. And I was like, and then I started looking at other things, you know, like getting dragon implings and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, there's so much loot. Like, as an Iron Man, I play on an Iron Man too. Like, I was hardcore. I died.
Spoilers.
Got killed at freaking.
One click telly.
Yeah. It didn't have the axe telly, you know. Like, a couple people. But, that was a little different. That's been a while ago now.
Yeah.
So I still play on that as an Ironman. So like being able to do some of this content as an Ironman, because that's what we technically all are,
Yep.
is freaking awesome. Because now I can really theorycraft more back in the real game for
Right.
Ironman.
Right.
Which is pretty cool.
It is cool.
There's other benefits to it though, and like, so.
I see you're busy there. I'll just jump in. So, my grind right now, I just got a crafting level so I could make blue dragon hide vamps. So right now I'm wearing green dragon hide vamps. I know. It's a noob thing to do, but once I can make the blue D hide vamps, that's a direct upgrade. It's going to give me Slayer experience and combat experience for killing the dragons, obviously, and a lot of crafting experience. I'm going to do these until I can make the first black dragon vamps. Going to do the dragons. I can assign myself the task. And like right now as I'm talking, I am 1386 total. What's your total, Alice?
Oh, 16.
Or both totals, I guess. And on the second account?
1040.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, yeah.
Catching up with my little.
No. Yeah. With my little. Yeah. So, but what is your grind on? We'll go with the Alice account.
So Alice is, like I said, doing fishing to get the better fish for God Waters and stuff. I'm wanting to get to 99 range. I'm at 92 right now.
So is that a today thing, you think, or how?
I'm really gonna crush it today. I want to have 99 before I walk into Sarah tonight.
Right.
And I'm definitely going to Sarah.
You're going to Sarah tonight then. Sarah,
Yes, definitely.
Sarah Donlin Boss. We're talking about Commander Zilliana for
Right.
people that don't know. Okay.
So, like that's one of my big things. I already got.
I will not be there because I will not have the agility level
Right.
nor any of the gear. So.
Like I already have my full black D hide. I need to get my rune from home that I was talking about earlier. I had to elk it for my dragon scimitar that I don't technically need.
Are
but-
not using.
Yeah, it sat in the bank and clicked dust like 5 minutes after I got it. I got 200 points with it. That's something pretty cool. So you get 50 points for equipping the dragon, another 50 points for using a spec, and another 50 for using a special attack. And I thought it was 200. Maybe it's only 150. But anyways, it's decent points when you're trying to jump stuff. So that's why I bought it. And then like, I really thought I was gonna use it, and then I'm like, I'm going range.
Yep.
Why do I need a melee weapon?
Got it.
So, I've been just.
It's a very
using...
good question. I don't know why you would do something like that.
And here's something else that's really cool with Equilibrium. If you guys do go this way,
Don't do it, by the way. Hashtag.
right?
Hashtag you're not gonna max. And prove me wrong. Hashtag.
Maxed
right,
it. Yeah,
maxed it.
with a picture.
Yeah. Send me it in Discord.
So, Emma, the magic short bow is really OP in this regard. So, I have both. I have rune crossbow unlocked with broad bolts, and even with the what is the things I just got this morning?
Amethyst.
Amethyst heads on them, right? Which is really good range XP, right? I can hit like probably like a 30 with that, right? MSB maxes out probably like a 15, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe if you're lucky.
So, killing stuff, yes, it looks like it's slower, but I'm actually doing it faster. If you think of it, so every time, so if I could hit a monster for one hit point every time for the 100 HP that it has, right? I'm getting right now 162 XP per of that. So it would be so I'd get an extra 200 or 162 XP for the HP hit, and 162 XP for the range, and I'm training it on defense, so that's a third skill, right?
This is why Equilibrium, just in case we lost anybody, this is why Equilibrium is so overpowered. It's a lot of like, if you're gonna max, if you think maybe you might max, go Equilibrium, but you're gonna have time to get there. But yeah, keep
right. So like, like, so I'm hitting a little bit faster than my rune crossbow.
Right.
It's not too much faster just because of it rounds your speed up anyways. So it becomes like 1.5 ticks depending on like how it sets up.
Got it. Yeah.
Depending on like if you training defense or rapid. In between the two. So like me and a guy, we were close to the same range level. We were killing a monster. He could kill it sometimes faster than me. It just because he had higher accuracy with the rune crossbow. But sometimes I would kill it faster just because I hit accurate. But I was getting way more experience per hour. Way more. I'm talking like a good 100 to 200k more per hour. Just because I'm training multiple things.
Multiple kills.
And not only that, I have equilibrium, so it's boosting me even higher.
Right.
So, like, you jump a lot of experience. And there is a really weird twerk with having this relic, right? So, like, smithing's going to be really slow for me just because I can't get the ore that I need.
Gotcha.
But like Bob and I were theory crafting the other night about getting some mining XP before I could go back to gem rocks and beat people out and get my gems.
Yep.
And so we were like, well, go to the sulfur mines, mine some of that. You need it for farming, right?
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I go there. I was there earlier without equilibrium. And it's really slow, right? It's I just need a couple levels, but it has a chance to stay longer. And I also did iron ore and stuff like that too, which is really good XP. But so how you get the ash? No, is it volcanic? Yeah, it's volcanic ash.
Volcanic, yeah, on Fossil Island.
Right. So the volcanic ash is based on mining level. Okay, so every 22 levels, you get another ash, right?
Additional ash.
Right, additional ash.
Ash.
So, yeah.
That wasn't a swear.
So Bob gets double ash, so he gets double experience per ash. So, say he has, what it would be, what is it, like 88? And that would be 4 or 5?
Yes. Right.
4?
Yep.
4. And then it's 97.
Right.
So he gets 4, but then he gets 8 because he has double. Okay. Well, when I went there, I was only getting, the 4, right?
Right.
Because I just had the mining level.
Right.
I unlock equilibrium, and you're talking like, it's very low XP per one that you get.
Right.
So one mine, I get 4, and that is, say, 200 XP. Okay, well now I get 4, right, which is cool, but per those 4, I'm getting 162 XP per one that I got. So those 4,
it blows
now
you
I'm
out of
getting
your mind.
almost 1,000, 1,100 XP.
That's why
per drop.
equilibrium, if you're planning on getting 99s or anything close to, that's why equilibrium is so
Overpowered.
There's nothing, like, I don't really care about getting max. That would be cool. But my end game is I want my farming cape, I want a pet, and even if I'm playing like maybe an hour or 2 a day or something like that, I can still get that.
Right.
From where I am right now, I kind of rushed some stuff. The one day I played longer than I should have, but it's like crack cocaine. It's
Yeah, you want to talk about crack cocaine? I went 52 hours after unlocking this game mode, and just like I couldn't stop, and then like my body just shut down and I crashed. And like I don't even remember what I was doing.
You were out for like 10 hours or something.
10 or so hours, and my buddy was like, "Hey, you still alive?"
No.
And like
there was a concern.
Like he pushed me around. And I woke up, whenever I did, I just came around. Both my screens were like, you have logged out, timer ran out or whatever. Both accounts logged out. And I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
And so I get back in the game, right? And like I'm up like 400 total levels, and like I had another relic unlocked. I barely remember doing any of it. And I swear I wasn't on drugs. I was just like so hooked on the game mode.
Yeah.
Like I was just like drilled right into it, you know. I
So-
just couldn't let it go.
Right. So, I think we're gonna put a bookmark in here. If you actually want to see some of the clips I have, great. If not, thank you for watching this video. We'll still do like 5 more minutes or so, and then yeah. So, anyways, I'll see you in game. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped. The whole point of me doing this is to kind of give back to the community and to try to help out with some, lower level decisions. I'm not an expert, I'll say that, but like I like to just see like what people are using and the different methods, because there's unlimited builds out there. Just try it. That's what I want to say. Just try it for a few hours, see if you like it. It's super fast, but enjoy it. I hope this what else do you want to say, I guess?
Like Bob was saying earlier, just be nice to people. Like so my little account was just started to get crashed at crabs, and I was like, hey bud, I was here, and a lot of people will just leave, or they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah. There's no bots. Like, don't worry about like, I thought you were a bot. There's no bots playing this game.
Right. And like, getting experience, it's Bob ran into a guy and he is like, well, it's competitive game mode, right?
It's like, here's your competitive game mode, buddy, right
so
here.
that's when you just like whip out the rune pick and be like, okay, I'm getting everything.
I was trying to be nice and split these rocks with you.
like, just be courteous to one another, and maybe you run into some people that you'll play RuneScape with in the future.
I've added some people that I hope they don't block me, but I'm going to keep added, yeah.
Because, like, you run into some really cool people that you'll never meet.
Right.
That's what life's all about, is just going...
It's the journey.
Yes.
It's the journey.
It's not, where you're from. Or it's kind of like what happened on the way, so...
Right.
It's definitely cool.
Check it out. Like, I'm somewhat joking about disliking this video, but if you don't like leagues, definitely put a big thumbs down. It'll let me know what content to kind of pursue.
Hashtag no PKers.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a PKer, But, ask questions. Give me some kind of feedback. If it's not in the game, and I've got a lot of questions about farming, I'm going to tell you, like, how I'm doing farming, all that kind of stuff. In the next video, I'm going to show more clips about that. But let me know what you want to see. Who's out there, if you're down to do some stuff later, we'll figure it out, But have a good day, and I think that's about it. I keep rambling. Anything else you thinking?
Not I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. But I am Ars Farmer Bob, and this is Alice 130. Yep. We're on the high scores. Look us up. I'm rank 354 in farming. So there was deaths involved in this video. The ride was the thing. But like,
only pride was hurt, okay, in the making of this video.
And a lot of time wasted, but yeah.
Only one hardcore died.
Sad. Rip. Anyways, but thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.
Yep.
Like a completely knock it out of the park.
Yep. Not just a good day, not a good, mediocre day.
Right.
A fantastic day.
Fantastic day.
And you know what? Get some good loot. Okay, that will make you
just
feel
get the
better.
drop. Just in your mind, say I'm gonna get this drop.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's another reason to play this game mode.
Yeah.
The drops that you would have a really unlucky chance to get, come here. Maybe you'll get it, and then you'll be like, I have achieved.
I have achieved. I have a rad. This is my final form.
Yep.
Oh, I think I'm probably gonna call this video. I was running into that person at the Moss Giants. I don't know everything, but I don't know nothing.
Ooh.
I know. I was like, do you mind? I have a picture. I don't know the name right off the top of my head, but they're on my friends list. But like, anyways, I don't want to butcher it, but I'll post your name in the next video. But yes, I don't know nothing. I don't know everything, but I don't know nothing. So
I like it.
That's where I am in life. But with this game, I know a little
yes.
bit. I'm trying to share what I have and put something back in the community, because I am a content absorber of so much of this stuff. It's very interesting to me. So that's why I make a few videos. This is free. I'm not asking for anything. The only thing.
And if you need help farming, just look at his older videos.
Oh yeah, true.
And like, there's so much helpful information there.
I'll give you that 20 later.
Yeah.
So, but now that we've taken another 10 minutes to do the outro, if you do like it, please. And I don't ask this always,
Right.
like I do, but I'm gonna say that I don't.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to.
Right. But like, if you could comment and be like, "Hey, this was cool." If you have a question, I'm here to help. That's why I'm making the video in the first place.
PM us on how drunk you got.
The drinking game. Yeah, I need to go back and start and put that in there. So
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna cut this here, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, take it easy.